Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. So I'm going to explain my material is about true experimental research. So before that, I'm going to introduce myself. My name is Rezki Ariani Putri. My SID 219-13064. My topic is about true experimental research. Definition: a true experiment is a type of experimental design and is thought to be the most accurate type of experimental research. This is because a true experiment supports or refutes a hypothesis using statistical analysis. A true experiment is also thought to be only experimental design that can establish cause and effect relationships. Next slide. Criteria that must be met in a true experiment. One, control group and experimental group. Two, researcher manipulate variable. Three, random assignment. Next slide. Control group and experimental group. To experiment, you must have a control group, which is a group of research participants that resemble the experimental group but do not receive the experimental treatment. The control group provides a reliable baseline data to which you can compare the experimental results. The experimental group is the group of research participants who receive the experimental treatment. True experiments must have at least one control group and one experimental group. Though it is possible to have more than one experimental group. Next slide. Research manipulate variable. In true experiment, the research has to change or manipulate the variable that is hypothesis to affect the outcome variable that is being studied. The variable that the research has control over is called the independent variable. The independent variable is also called the predictor variable because it is the presumed cause of the difference in the outcome variable. The outcome or effect that the research is studying is called the dependent variable. The dependent variable is also called the outcome variable because it is the outcome that the research is studying. The research does not manipulate the dependent variable. Next slide. Random assignment. Research participants have to be randomly assigned to the sample groups. In other words, each research participant must have an equal chance of being assigned to each sample group. Random assignment is useful in that it assures that the difference in the groups are due to chance. Research participants have to be randomly assigned to either the control or experimental group. Next slide. Example of true experimental study. Hypothesis: dark X causes decrease in anxiety level. Independent variable: dark X can be manipulated. Dependent variable: anxiety level sample population 600 people with anxiety, 200 control group placebo, 200 experimental group, 270 milligram dose of X daily, 200 experimental group 100 milligram dose of X daily, randomization curve 10 no curve 190 within 2 months curve 90 no curve 110 within 3 months curve 190 no curve 10 within 3 months comparison. Next slide. Types of true experimental study. post-test only design, pre-test post-test design, Solomon for group design. So I think that's all from me. Thank you.